Can we talk about this first?
No.
Should we talk about this at all?
We should do it on the fly. This is what the
This is gonna
podcasting
be
world is.
awful.
Why? I don't even really want to introduce anything.
I think we should introduce ourselves.
Why? What, on the first one? Why?
Because when you meet someone new, you want to be introduced to them. You can't just
be like, hey, my
anything.
name's whatever.
Yeah.
I'm so bad at that. Do you ever introduce yourself to people at parties? I don't do that.
But I'm American, so I go in for the handshake. They go in for the kiss. It's just really uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's really weird.
You meet somewhere in the middle, and it's just...
I'm never that person at the party who, you've got that friend who just knows everyone, and they introduce everyone to everyone.
That is you.
I don't do that.
You are always, everywhere we go, you're like, this person is this person, and look at it, and I'm just like, oh
yeah, but that's
God.
like cool people. That's not just like weirdos that we meet at parties. And there's a lot of those.
Yeah, but I swear, every time we go to a party, you're always, like, there's so many people grabbing you and just being like, what's up, brother? Long time no see. And and I'm just there like.
That's not me. I have friends that are like it's like Lewis. Lewis is like that. Everyone knows Lewis.
You're out of your mind.
Why?
You know so many people, you have no idea.
I don't know anyone.
I swear to God.
I
You
have
just don't know
no
because you're in
friends.
it. I'm outside and I'm just standing there really awkward like a little bean.
You have minus friends, that's why.
I hide from my own friends.
Yeah, I know, I do that too. Sorry, friends. But yeah. I don't know. We don't need a topic. This is what we do. This is what it's about. I mean, maybe we need a topic because we always talk about shit.
Yeah.
I mean, what we're going to...
Well, should we talk about why we wanted to start this to begin with?
Yeah, that's a good first topic to actually talk about what we want to do with it.
Okay, so...
I don't know. I don't even know what I want to do with this. I just want to chat shit.
You never know.
I always want to put something out. And you know what I'm like? And we had this conversation the other day. This is a good conversation to talk about. I'm someone who wants to do everything.
Oh my God.
Yeah. What?
I don't think we turned the mic on that.
Why would we need the mic on that?
Okay, sorry.
Well, we have one in front of you. What? It's okay. Relax. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay,
We're all good.
Cut this little bit out.
No,
Okay,
this is all staying in.
Continue.
I always want to do everything. I want to be that person that does everything. And we had this conversation the other day on a very long walk because that's all you can do at the moment is walk.
Yep.
Is it like you concentrate on a few things or one thing, get very good at it, and then move on from there, which I think I agree with. But I just like doing everything, man. And this is one of those things where you just get to talk shit.
But the thing is like, in my opinion...
We definitely should have got alcohol for this.
I feel like we should have gotten alcohol. I also feel like you have to pick, 3 or 4 things, and from those things, that's where you can get really good at something.
Yeah.
But if you have a new thing every single day that you want to be good at,
I know.
you will never be good at anything because you have a million different things that you want to do, but you never took the time to master or perfect or refine any skill. So we decided that we wanted to do this podcast because, my idea was that we have really great conversations in between us.
Yeah.
We're always together.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Way too much.
Way too much. But we're always together and we have such great conversations, and I feel like I have the best conversations with you.
Yeah, same.
Out of most people.
I feel like I have the best conversations with me too.
Oh, it's a great start.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to do it because
You wanted to do it because you want to do everything.
Yeah.
I wanted to do it because
I just like talking about shit. One of my favourite things to do is just talk shit. I love talking shit. And I like the idea of talking to people that I like without a premise as well.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that I struggle with on YouTube, is that one reason why I always say that I do YouTube videos so slowly is that I want that idea that is just an original thing or something funny to me. I don't care to do the standards. Okay, cool. Now I have to do this video, or you should do this type of video. I understand, and it's good that there's a format there, and everyone else who's doing it seems to be doing it successfully. But I don't know if I want to do that. I'm doing everything because I don't know what I want to do. I have a very small, weirdly dedicated platform, And I just don't know what I want to do with it.
One day they're going to get tired of you saying that you want to do all these things and never doing it.
Yeah, but maybe like talking shit is the way forward. Who knows? Talking shit might be my new thing.
Yeah.
Another one is that like anyone in my life, this is a really cool thing to do with, like, I have a lot of cool, interesting people in my life, fortunately, and a lot of funny people.
Yeah.
And this is just a nice, fun thing to sit down with someone and do. And like, again, we haven't got it, but like grab a nice bottle of wine and do this and like get into it with like someone. Like, and again, I'm fortunate that I have like friends of a range of like, I want like to get like my art friends on and anyone who they like to come in, and it's like nice because we can do it at home. I want like music friends and like fashion friends and just friends in general. Like some of my friends from back home being on this would be fucking hilarious. My work friends, like when Dean comes on here, we'll get Dean and Sham on and everyone will be crying laughing.
Yeah.
It'll be so much fun.
Yeah.
And then also we want to do the segment, which is, I don't know what to call it yet, but where you read me news. We're going to do that this time, right?
Yeah.
You've got your things.
Got him.
You got your things?
Got him.
Okay, cool. Yeah, which is where...
I'm always prepared for the party. I will be late, but I'm always prepared.
Yeah.
I'm like the most organized, unorganized person you'll ever meet.
You're just not organized at all.
I'm so organized.
You're also the latest person.
Have you met yourself? Not part of it. You know, one time I was interviewing to get into a private school, like when I was like a little kid. Mm-hmm. You had to interview, which is so annoying.
That's how old?
I probably was like 13.
You're so privileged.
And they were like, how committed are you, like, to this school? And I was like, I'm the most committed, uncommitted person you'll ever meet. And to this day, my mom talks about it all the time. She's always like, Fiona, you're the most committed, uncommitted person. And the principal thought it was the funniest thing ever. Obviously, I got in.
Obviously. Okay.
It's just my immense charm.
I don't know if I could go to private school. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I would like. I think I would thrive and survive, but I don't know if I would want to do it if I had the choice.
I've been to both private and public schools, and I really don't think there's much of a difference between the two.
Yeah, kids are just kids.
There's some private schools that are just like, I think high school or whatever you would call it, like that area where you're like 13, 14. When you're a teenager, like a full-blown teenager. So high school is 14 to 18. So I think high school would be the most different, public versus private.
Yeah.
But it's you know what, like when you're a kid, it really doesn't matter. Nothing really matters. Yeah. Everything that is your own life, you just like think that's the same for everyone else.
Yeah, I get you.
You don't understand like class systems and stuff like that.
Not to get too deep into it, but yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't know, like I always have this thing about like me and you always have this argument, it's like if we have to have kids, like where would they go? And I think fuck private schools, man. Like in England anyway. It's so different between like the States
here,
and...
But if we're in the States, I'd probably say we need to be in private school.
Yeah. You're just gonna get shot anywhere else, aren't you? Do you know what I mean? That's literally how I'm just gonna everyone sees it. That's how like everyone sees it.
No, but private schools, like they're just a lot smaller, and if we have kids that are kind of little slow, then private school will be best for them. That's why I was in private school.
Because you're a little slow.
Yeah, like because Neil's too smart.
Yeah.
Neil's my brother. So my brother was too smart to be in public school, and then so they could help him be smart in private school, but they can also help you be dumb. Yeah. Okay. So because they have more money, less students, so they can kind of tailor it to however your kid is.
How is it dealing with like even the uni that you're at now? Like, what is it like? Have you had anyone say like, "Ugh, Regents"? Do you know what I mean? Yes. That's so weird, man.
So for context, I go to Regents University.
Yeah. Which has a certain sort of like...
I don't know how to describe it to anyone that wouldn't know.
Well, explain it in the context of America, because like for you, what's this is the most Regents thing you'll ever hear about Regents, but this is an argument for you and the reason why you went there, which is that like it's That's the most expensive school you can go to, especially as an international student. It's the most expensive school you can go to. It's the only private school in London, but how much cheaper is it than fucking America?
Yes.
Isn't that insane?
It's like
it's half the price of the shittest school.
Half the price
of like a mediocre school.
Yeah.
In America. Well, that's insane.
The prices for universities in America are like tiered.
Yeah.
So, because I live in California, so
you live here now, bitch.
What?
You live here now, bitch.
Okay, so when you're a California resident or you live in a certain state, you can go to the state school for cheaper.
Yeah.
But if you go out of state, then you have out of state tuition, which is more expensive. So when I lived in California and I wanted to go to school in New York, then I had to pay out of state tuition, which is double in-state tuition.
Yeah.
But if
it's essentially international because your country's so big. It's the same as international tuition.
No. Then international tuition, they pay a little bit more, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But then, so in private school,
mate, America's so fucked.
Everyone just pays the same.
I don't know why I want to go there. Why do it's the most fucked up shit. Sorry, carry on. It's so fucked up.
I go to Regents, which is the only private school in all of London, private university. Mm-hmm. And it has exactly what you would think it has to be the only private school in all of London. Like the first week I was there, 2 years ago, I saw like my school funds Gucci. Like they single-handedly fund Gucci in London and Harrods and Selfridges. Like it's ridiculous. And so you'll like everything is designer.
Yeah.
And the whole school. But so when you first walk in, you're like, what is going on here? Everyone's in fur coats and you'll see girls in stilettos.
Yeah, that's so weird. I remember you telling me about that.
And I literally like my jaw dropped because I was like, are you mentally okay? The answer is no, but we move on. But actually everyone there is really great.
Yeah.
Like you look at them and you judge them, obviously, because we're humans. But you have a conversation with them and they're great. Like I love all the people that I've met there.
Yeah.
Like I would not. I mean, maybe I would go to a different school if I could go back in time. But I feel like it's such a small school, and you build such a great relationship with all of your teachers. And
well, it's that small class size and stuff like you said. Yeah.
So all of my teachers, like, they're all trying to get their PhDs. Like, they're very, very, very educated, and they're really smart.
Yeah.
In their field, and you can build a relationship with them. They know your name. They will ask you how you're doing on your assignments. They'll give you feedback. And I know that there's like 1 or 2 particular teachers that I have in my head that I could go back to them like in 5 or 6 years and be like, hey, I'm working on this project. Could you give me feedback? In a working setting. And I know that they would.
Yeah.
So it's that kind of a community that I really wanted, which is why I chose that school.
Mm-hmm.
But I know our university experiences are very, very different.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Mine was like great.
I don't think anyone knows that you went to university.
Mine was, well, for a year, yeah. Mine was really good. I loved uni. I loved the people that you like met there. One of the girls in our year, in our class, me being like one of the 3 males out of like 150 people on our course. That was funny.
Your course?
I've forgotten the name. They've renamed it. It's got a horrible name, which is fashion. Oh my God, what's it? I've even forgotten the name of it. It's something like fashion something management. It's like fashion retail management was the name of the course, but it's not about being like a retail manager. It was basically this really shitty generalistic name for doing like everything in fashion that isn't everything that's creative in fashion that isn't design, and then everything on like the business side as well. I think fashion business retail management, something horrible like that. But I really liked it. That's how most degrees
are sounding. Like mine is global management marketing. It has nothing to do with management.
Yeah, it's really weird.
It's all business.
Yeah.
But it's a business degree inside of the business school, but it's called global management marketing.
Yeah. That's so dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was called that. But I went to Birmingham City University. First year in a brand new building was fucking sick. and I love Birmingham as a city as well. And it was so much fun. Apart from the one time that when I was walking from class, I was following a trail of blood all the way back to the train station for like a mile. Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Wait, what?
Imagine I'm walking out of class and you go through the campus, and then like I see these a few drops of blood, and I'm like, oh, cool, interesting. Someone's like had a nosebleed or something, and I'm following them. So like you go all the way. You go through the uni, all the way around the back of it, and then you follow this long, straight path through the Bull Ring, which is like the big shopping centre, all the way back through to the train station, followed it onto the train platform, which was just like either someone was running away, because the gaps in me playing detective here, the gaps in the blood were really big. So like or they just didn't know.
I have a funny story about blood trails.
I don't know how you would know you're not bleeding. Go.
Let me... Hold on. So...
Wait, okay, remember Birmingham Uni.
Yeah,
okay,
we'll
cool.
get back to it. So, I wasn't there. Okay, let me start by that. So, I'm telling somebody else's story.
Okay.
But one of my really good friends, Stephanie, which obviously you've met, she used to have this apartment in New York. And this was like the one time that I wasn't there, but I was back home, and I think Audrey was there. And a bunch of my friends from Laguna were there. And this one guy brought his girlfriend, and they're all from Laguna, so we all know each other.
Are you going to, like, put them on blast?
No.
Name drop?
No. And so the girl ends up getting her period, and she doesn't realize it.
Yeah.
And as a girl, I don't understand how that's even possible. And she had a dress on.
Yeah.
So she is full on bleeding.
Jesus Christ.
Everywhere, all over Stephanie's apartment.
Yeah.
And so I get a FaceTime call of Stephanie being like, look at this bitch's blood all over my apartment. And she bled everywhere. And she had no idea.
She had no idea?
No idea.
Jesus Christ. I hope that wasn't that.
I
hope
guess
that wasn't
they
a poor
must have
girl
been
going
like
through that.
really drunk.
Yeah, I mean, well, this is like at 3 p.m. I finished. This is in the middle of the day. There's just a blood trail all the way through Birmingham. Well, then again, that's Birmingham for you, so.
Well, that was a freaking apartment in New York in the West Village, which is...
Is that like posh as fuck?
Yeah.
I need to go
like
to New
right
York so
NYU.
bad. I can't believe we haven't been yet.
Yeah.
We need to go once we're allowed to touch other people and do stuff.
Well, we were meant to go.
Yeah, I know. For business.
Yep.
But yeah, I went to Birmingham Uni and I fucking loved it. I love Birmingham Uni. It was great.
You should go to Birmingham.
Yeah, it's only like an hour and a half on the train from here.
Show me around your old stomping grounds.
I went to like the mall and I was obsessed with like Givenchy and like horrible brands now. That I was just like, yeah, All Saints and like Givenchy, and I'd wear like the cheapest Rick Owens stuff that I could. Like no real appreciation, but what I thought it was. And then there's this one store called Autograph, which is so sick. It was the only fashion store, and they had like
sick
Rick,
now or like
it's still good.
sarcastic?
Yeah, they're amazing now still. Like Rick Owens, Dries, Yoji, like all these really big names. It's like the only fashion store there, and that was so good. Like just going into there every day. And then a girl that I went to uni with now is one of the buyers in that store. Miko, my name is, which is really cool. But yeah, uni was sick. It's just that for me, and my experience with uni, it was like, especially wanting to work in fashion, is unless you're a designer, it really doesn't matter. Like whether you get there's a creative called Harris Elliott, who I met very, very early on, and I met Leon in uni as well, and I just managed to meet all these people from London and get this like good experience of like managing to piece together my mental about uni and like whether I needed it or not. And Harris said an amazing thing to me, because I like shadowed him for the day in London, and I went to like just follow him around, and he was amazing, because like after that I still remember at the end of the day, like he sat down with me and he was like, right, like, what can I do for you, which is like amazing. I was very fortunate. But the best thing that I took away from him is he said this one sentence, which is, I think this applies to so much, and I think it applies to like something my mum has always taught me, which is like there's no rules. And he said like where do you want to get your information from? Which is the same thing. Like there's no, he said like uni's not bad, but it's not the only way. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like getting a degree is like I don't know, like getting a degree is like important for some roles at the moment. but I don't know if it's going to hold its. Says me talking to someone who's trying to get a degree. I don't know if it's going to be as important in the future, because I don't know if I just don't know if it ever beats practical applications. You know what I mean? And being a stylist, like being a personal stylist, and even being a creative stylist, like you can just intern and just be here if you can, and you'll get the lessons you learn from doing it, and even just being on the shop floor if you want to be a buyer, as opposed to going through uni. Like that happens all the time. You can go from a sales associate to being a buyer. Do you know what I mean? And why would you not do that? Why would you not speak to the customers, the people of the brands who come in? Like, why would you not do that if you can? Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's harder though.
It's more difficult, and like obviously you can beat a step in the ladder if you get your degree when you start off. So you start off a little bit higher, I feel, but it's not like that much higher.
I think that the most beneficial things that you can do to set yourself off for a career is learning technical skills.
Yeah.
So, like for me in business and marketing, I think knowing Excel is really beneficial.
Yeah.
And even
Tech
in
stuff
your
for
job,
sure.
Excel is so beneficial.
Yeah.
And then there's random applications that, employers want you to know. But number one on the list, I think learning another language makes you the most employable.
It makes you, even if it's got nothing to do with that job, it's such an attractive attribute to have.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To have another language is insane.
And it only benefits you.
Everyone in my team, everyone I work with can speak a second language, and I can barely speak English. It's just it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so impressive. And it's somewhere like London as well, it's so cosmopolitan. Everyone speaks 2 languages. There's so many fucking Italian people in London.
I know a guy who's my age, and he speaks 6 languages.
I think I've told you this before. When I used to work in Harrods, when I was going through the induction, there was a security guard who was there, and he was on the induction with me, and he just got a job. He spoke 6 languages, 2 different Afrikaans languages, French and English, and then 2 ancient languages. And one of them, there's a group of 90 people that know this language.
That's unreal.
How fucking crazy is that?
Yeah.
And imagine being able to say that to someone.
Yeah.
I mean, it's mean a lot, but it's just you have to have that sort of brain. Because when I was in fucking secondary school, I didn't want to learn French, and I regret not learning it now.
I think every kid did not want to learn another language.
Yeah. I don't get that, though. Why not? Why don't we fucking do that? We're idiots.
Well, coming from me, who I knew another language and I lost it, I was forced to go to Sunday school every Sunday as a child. And imagine,
Pandora.
Yeah, Mom. Calling you out on this one. So we would go to Sunday school, and it was a Chinese school, and we would have to go for 3 hours. We'd have to get up early on a Sunday to go to our frickin' Sunday school to learn Chinese for 3 hours. And when you're a kid, that's the absolute last thing that you want to do. Because I was playing soccer or football, depending on what region you're listening to this from. And I'd have games every Saturday. Yeah. Then Sunday, I go to Chinese school. I was a busy child. I hated it.
Yeah.
I never did my homework. And Neil and I would meet up on recess time and try and figure out how to escape.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to get out. And then finally... Yeah, we would plot how to get out of the school. Yeah. It was bars all around. It was a really nice school, not gonna lie.
Okay.
And we just we hated it. But then afterwards, if we got through the Chinese school, which was not an option, my mom would take us to go get Chinese food, and Neil would be allowed to get...
Oh, this is why you stayed in.
This is why... Okay, yeah. So then Neil would be allowed to get Pokemon cards, and I would be allowed to get something else. I don't remember. We'd go to a store and we'd pick out something small.
Yeah.
As a reward. Because it would be if you get through Chinese school, you can have Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
And then we'd go and sit and trade Pokemon cards.
I remember in school that you jolted my memory about something that I used to get amazing grades in primary school.
Yeah.
But I used to get told off for I don't know, like talking and shit. I've only just realised that I was on like an improvement plan, and like with my mum and my teacher, I was on a plan that like I've only just realised this. I was on a plan that the naughty kids were on. So for example, like if you fucked up, I would get, or like you did really well, sorry, and I got like 5 smiley faces throughout the day. My mum at the end of the day would like buy me a pack of Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Really?
Or something like that, yeah. I've only just fucking realised
that's what my mom used to do.
Also, we used to have a super fucking hot teacher in primary school.
Really?
That everyone loved. Yes. I remember her name. Her name was Miss Staig. Anyone listening from fucking my school, Mickleover Primary School, holy shit, like, beautiful Australian woman.
Yeah.
With like, she used to like dye her hair like red and black.
Yeah.
Like very curly hair and just like huge boobs. Huge boobs. And we were all obsessed with her. Like, she was so hot.
How old are you?
Oh my god. What's year 6 in reception? What's the year before you go into secondary school?
I don't understand any word you just said. Year 6th grade is like...
Fuck, man. How old are you when you get your GCSEs?
I don't know.
6th
grade? No.
Are you 11
like
when
12.
you go to secondary? Yeah, you're no. I think you're like, when you leave primary school, you're 10 or 11. Because when you think you're... no, fuck, man. What is it? We spend 5 years in secondary school, and when you finish secondary school, you are 16. So it must be 11. So yeah, like 9, 10 or 11. Bro, boys on the playground.
Wait,
I remember, like...
You know, like, boobs and
yeah,
that?
Boys
like
on
11?
the playground, and even kids on the playground. I still remember this vividly. I had this thought one day where I was just like, I cannot believe how much reception, like... primary school kids swear at each other on the playground and stuff. You would not fucking believe how much we used to swear on the playground and like everything. Like guy talk starts in primary school. There was guy talk in primary school, which is mad. But there's also the most childish shit happening. So there's like there's guy talk, and then you're also pretending to play Harry Potter.
Okay, it's
like a very weird point in a guy's life, and then you are also like swearing your tits off at the point where like if you like we used to have bad neighbors down the street, and I remember once like
bad neighbors.
Yeah, like they're not bad neighbors. Like, but there was like a naughty kid down the street that we used to hang out with. I don't ever remember this right. My mum will be able to tell me this properly. But like I used to watch. Oh my god, that'd be terrible. Let's not do that. Never.
That'd be
absolutely
so funny.
not. No, I can't have my mum and dad roast the fuck out of me on here. That's just unfair. If you think me roasting people on fucking YouTube's bad, my whole family being here would be terrible. I'd be crying.
Well, it's funny when we're around your family because they're just picking on you.
Yeah, and you fucking love it, obviously.
Well, yeah, I'm on their side. Sorry.
But yeah,
bad
like
neighbors.
And like I swore at my dad once. I didn't know it was swearing, and I called him something. I've forgotten what it was. I think I called him a knob. And everyone just went, "Yeah, it's just like bad language." And it's not like swearing, but you know, I was a kid. Yeah. I was very young, and yeah, it's just weird to think that these young kids know all that shit. They know all that shit, especially even in year 1 of secondary school. They know everything. Like there's the older kids telling them they're like, yeah, like you learn you have your first. Do you have your first sex education videos in primary school?
In my school, we didn't have them until like 9th grade.
I think I've forgotten. I think I remember watching sex education stuff in primary school. I can't remember.
We had a class where you had to watch someone give birth, and you
God,
watch the baby come out. Go. Yeah,
I
literally did not.
No,
go.
Why would you? I get wanting to see it in real life when you're an adult and you're thinking about having kids because like that, being that brutal and being in.
Yeah.
Like I get it, but
I think when it's happening, like, and you're like full on. Vagina huge, baby out.
On the fucking monitor.
And it's like
they wheel in.
But if it's like your child and like your wife, and it's like your baby that's like being born into the world, like I don't think you'd be grossed out really.
No, of course, yeah, it's different.
I think it's when you're about 12 years old and you realize that a vagina can move or whatever.
Yeah,
like
good. But yeah, like it's it's just weird. Like, sorry, the camera cut
out.
Technical difficulties. We need to recharge his batteries.
No, it just shut off because it's been half an hour.
Oh, right, okay. Fucking hell, it's been half an hour already. Jesus, we need to get onto some fucking... what should we call the next portion after I finish my story? Let me finish my fucking story. Jesus Christ. Okay, so...
First time you saw a vagina.
Yeah, in a page 3 newspaper porn situation in a park with some friends.
What did you think?
I don't know. It's just confusing.
Really?
You just don't know what it is. Like, you can look at it, but it just doesn't go into your brain about what it is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Penis is more simpler. Simpler, I think.
I feel like because there's so many penises everywhere. Like, this sounds really weird, but... Like...
It's not dicks everywhere. What are you talking about?
I mean, I think more as an adult, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Because there's, like, lollipops and, like... I don't know what I'm saying.
You're fucking weird, bro. Should we go to the...
No, like, I don't know. Just, like, there's just jokes. Like, penis jokes everywhere. Yeah, there's dick jokes everywhere, yeah. Like, someone was selling penis-shaped pasta.
Yeah. There's no, like, vagina. Yeah, and, like, there's no... Yeah, I get you.
So, but as a kid, I probably wasn't seeing penis-shaped pasta, but I don't remember the first time I saw a penis. Because, you know what? This is what I'm trying to say. People would draw penises everywhere.
That's true.
That's what I really meant to say. People would draw penises everywhere. I've drawn
so many dicks in my entire life.
They would be in the back. Like, if you have a marker and a paper, you're going to draw a penis.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's like, when you see a real one, you're like...
We're all 12 years old. Like, I do that now.
Just with bills.
Yeah, like... just
12 years old, but we have responsibilities.
Yeah, it's true. Alright, let's do this fucking next bit then. This is going to be funny. Because I don't know what you've got to show me. But I don't know what to call this section. This is basically Fiona trying to enrage me over news about shit that I...
No. So, there wasn't really anything enraging this month.
Yeah,
this week.
Because it's fucking Corona.
There's a pandemic happening.
Yeah.
So, we didn't really want to talk about what's going on because I just don't think it's...
Yeah, I can't be bothered to
We
talk
all
about
know what's going on.
There's so many, like, polarizing opinions, but, like, no one has any facts. Like, and I'm saying that knowing that I have, like, my opinion of what we should do.
Yeah.
To just, give it to people we don't like.
So,
excuse me, this is a free-form topic for me to express my opinion, okay?
I'm going to show you some
Just ignore me, it's fine.
I'm going to show you some creative ways that people have been using masks.
Okay.
And also, when people don't have a mask, what they've done instead.
I already hate this.
So I have a lot.
Okay.
But they're all, like, pretty good.
Okay.
So this is the first one.
Yeah.
You might have seen it.
Number 13, when you care about your health, but you also don't care about your health. Man's smoking a cigarette through a mask.
That's cut a hole out.
Although, to be fair, on saying that, there's a mask that has a screw top.
Yeah.
And the guy with the beer, that's fucking hilarious. Yeah, that's so dumb. I can't believe these people. This woman who came into our restaurant said this is the only protective mask she could find. She's got a Doberman mask over her head. Have you seen all the fucking guys with, like, pants on their head and shit? Oh my god.
The most common one I've seen is, like, water jugs.
Yeah. What?
So this is a guy with a water jug, but he also has a scarf around it. Like, is he keeping it warm?
Well, do you know what? That makes sense because the people with the open containers on their head that I've seen...
But it's open at the top!
Yeah, how do people not know how air works? Yeah. I don't get it. How do you not know how air works, bro? Like, how do you not know that? How do you not know how air works? That's
scuba mask
fucking hilarious. With the... See, I actually appreciate these people. I'd love to meet these people.
My favorite is the ones of people that are doing so much around their face, but then they don't have gloves on.
Oh my god, it's everything. Like, if you're going to do it, go... These are incredible. She has a sponge in front of her face.
She has a sponge on her face attached by some string. And it's covering her nose and mouth. I
don't know if I'm, like, stupid for not trying to get a legit mask, or, like, these people are idiots or they're not. Like, what? Why? What? I'm so happy at the same time that something like this pandemic's happened. Not the death or anything negative, but just for the way of, like, fucking weeding out people we don't need. Who needs a person who thinks that a sponge elastic band around her fucking head is gonna hit. Like, we don't need her. Do you know what I mean? Just get rid of her. We don't need
claim
her.
her.
Yeah, we don't want her as humans. We can get rid of her. It's fine. Don't worry. We don't need her. Oh my god. I mean, to be fair, that's probably, as long as he like bins all that stuff, he might be protected.
I think it's a woman.
You think it's a woman?
Just feel it.
I mean, it's just so extreme. The reactions of this is just ridiculous.
Basically covering her whole body and hair.
This is madness.
It's just weird. Like, okay, this one.
Oh, nice. Oh, we saw that. We saw another one of those the other day. The human condom. That's so ridiculous. Are they open at the top?
Yeah, because you have to breathe. And they have masks on underneath, and then they put the water jugs on top their heads. Then these, like, I don't really get it, to be honest. This is my personal favorite.
Oh, I've seen that. I've seen loads of those.
The pad over the face.
I've seen so many of those photos that are like, I'm like, we're not picking on people who are like being ridiculous now. We're actually like, that guy's taking the piss. See, now he's a legend. And coming in a full blown up
this guy didn't have a mask, so he came to the orthopedist as a polar bear.
Love
and
that.
It's full on like a blow up. What would you even describe this as?
That fucking meme you showed me the other day where the guy, the fucking TikTok of the guy who says, I don't get it, why is everyone looking at me strange? I've just got my quarantine mask on. And he has the fucking like avocado scrub face mask on.
He's like, shit, it was the other face mask I was meant to put on.
This is so fucking funny.
This one says it's going way too far.
He's taped up his dog. Interesting.
Dogs aren't susceptible to this.
Oh, apparently cats are. Have you heard that?
Yeah.
Apparently a tiger somewhere has coronavirus. Yeah. What's that all about?
Carol Baskin the
bitch.
She did it.
She's been like infecting her tigers to try and get some media attention.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. Carol fucking Baskin. I've seen that. That was one of the first ones I saw. That was a legendary meme. Oh, people are idiots, man. I can't believe it. I don't know what to think anymore. Taiwan printed its national flag on face masks, so any mainland Chinese person to buy them will have to wear the Taiwanese flag on his face. That's so mad. I don't know if that's true, actually. Someone, yeah, the bra one is ridiculous. I don't know if someone printed their fucking...
No, I believe it, because
you know what I mean?
When all the Hong Kong stuff was going on, and China was trying to take Hong Kong back, not to get political,
hey, you can get whatever you want, bro.
But they put in the mooncakes, they have all these slogans of like, you know, kind of fuck China kind of situation. Yeah. And they put it in their mooncakes. They had lanterns that people would print, and they had like slogans on them. Yeah. So they do a lot to like basically tell China to
get fucked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that one as well. It's ridiculous. There's too many of these.
This is one of my favorites.
Okay.
What precautions are you all taking during the global pandemic? My mom is bathing her Tesco delivery.
Oh my god, I saw that. I don't know if I want to believe half of these. I feel like there's a culture out there who like want to try and make memes famous. Do you know what I mean?
No. And I believe it.
I don't know if I trust memes at the moment.
You know what a response is to this?
Tell me.
Because it says, what precautions are you all taking? This is what someone replied. She's ironing her dollar bills.
Oh, to make sure it's clean. Yeah. I kind of get it, but at the same time, idiot.
They're not dollar bills, they're just bills.
They're euros.
I just said bills.
Bills, dollar bills. You said dollar bills.
I say everything is a dollar because I'm just so used to saying.
Well, yeah, you are American. Yeah.
Euros. And then, did you see this? Newborn babies in Bangkok are being given mini face shields.
Aww. That's so cute.
How cute is that?
That's the funniest little... That's an ugly baby, though.
But it's Asian and small.
Yeah, Asian babies are the best.
And then someone replied to this.
We need to flash all these on screen so people can giggle with us.
I know.
That's your job. You're going to be editing all these in. I hope you enjoy.
See, the thing is that I'm not.
Yeah, you absolutely are.
I'm absolutely not.
I'm going to lay this on you right now. What's your stance on COVID? What do you think? If you were mayor of Mayorington, what do you want to do? What would you do?
Well, if I was mayor...
ignore the scientists. Like, you've got to work this out for yourself. What do you think? Actually, not even ignore the scientists. Out of everything that you know, and we know, what would you do?
If I was mayor of Merrington, I would be the most hated mayor of Merrington.
Okay, cool.
First of all.
Yeah.
Because we had this conversation the other day, and I agree with it, which is a very controversial thing to say.
Yeah. Which is like the hybrid version of herd immunity.
Yeah.
And I think that we should, well, if you agree with me what I said the other day, which is that like, of all we know of the disease now, and obviously we'll know exactly what to do for next time with the stats and stuff, because we don't know how many people have had it, and the reason that we're doing full quarantine is to make sure like the NHS and everyone else is doing it for their health things not to be overburdened, and I get that point. I mean, obviously you want as little people to die as possible, but I think that like, do you know another thing that I thought about the other day is that like, this is so horrible, but I wouldn't be surprised if the suicide rate, because of the economy going so shit in places like America, goes up like through the roof, considering they're on like 17 million unemployed at the moment.
Well,
it's
okay,
insane.
So what we talked about is that we think it would be beneficial to the economy if, people who are high risk and above the age of like 50, which is the number that they're saying are people that are at risk, should stay inside, and there should be measures put into place where there's, companies like Deliveroo and delivery services that are available to the elderly and people who have to stay inside. And then I think the rest of the world needs to kind of just move on.
Yeah, and get it.
And we need to just get it.
Yeah.
And cross our fingers that we'll be okay. And that we'll be able to get through it. And we won't need to go to the hospital. And we can just bear through it.
I hate all the anecdotal stuff of like... It's like, for example, like so many people are talking about like, oh, I know this like young fit person got it, and it's like, cool, right, that doesn't mean that every young fit person can get it because one person can. There's so many people who are going to be outliers and just like whatever, and it's horrible when we talk about it, and the reason you say it's horrible is because you have to come from a place of, you've got to be, to save the most lives, you've got to be objective, which means not being from a place of emotion. So for example, like a lot of the counter arguments to this would be like, you wouldn't be saying this if it was like your parents were sick or blah blah blah, you had someone close to you, and it's like, of course, but that's anyone and everything. But I think if we led by emotion on this, we would never work again.
But we have to think about not only just this pandemic in front of us, we have to think about the repercussions of of a quarantine like this, what it does to our economy. Like we live on one of the busiest streets in London. Mm-hmm. We live like in a very busy area, would you say? Yeah. And pretty much every single restaurant is closed. Mm-hmm. And we have big chains near us. We have small businesses. Everything is closed. Our Tesco is a very, very, very small Tesco. And there's lines out the door. And it's just like these...
They're not that bad.
It's not that bad. But, outside, like... have you seen the Waitrose lines and stuff?
Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous.
But basically what I'm trying to say is that all of these small businesses, they are not going to survive the 6 months to a year that it takes to get a vaccine. Yeah. And our economy, and I'm saying the world's economy because I'm speaking on the UK and America. Yeah. Like, all these small businesses, they cannot afford to close, and the government can't afford to be giving money to everyone. Yeah.
Well, we even spoke about it
to try and keep everyone
this morning
afloat.
About like where the line is as well. Like there's no, like always, there's two polarizing things, which is like a lot of people who talk about it are either for the economy and they think that everyone should get on with it, or people are for completely being shut down and like we'll deal with the economy afterwards, whatever. And I think it needs to be like a balance and in the middle where, like unfortunately, to save the most lives but make sure the fucking world's still turning, there is a line, unfortunately, that someone needs to draw of where we carry on. And I think a hybrid system of doing quarantine where only the... I think if we all have to quarantine next time, it has to be for a shorter time or staggered, or we have to roll out more important jobs going back to work quickly if you're in a healthy risk category. Because I think that, the problem with the NHS being overburdened, I think if you look at the age range of the people who will be burdening the NHS, obviously not intentionally burdening, but burdening the NHS is going to be a lot older. So if you can quarantine that category and put all your resources into like a smaller category to make sure those people are good, then you're okay. Again, there's going to be a few outliers in that situation. There's going to be people who are carers for elderly people, and it's going to be tricky.
Yeah.
But at least you're going to have the money to back it instead of people panic buying food and fucking the resources having to go to everywhere and everything being under scrutiny. Instead, you can focus on the people that are going to get it. Because something with, if you look at like the death rate and the serious infection rate of people under 40, it's no different than any other disease and stuff that roams the planet. So we need to like get on with it. Like it's not a forcing people thing, and it's not a I'm sacrificing myself, but I should be back at work.
Well, what I think is
the other thing, especially I'm at work, especially but back at work in the office, but especially like kids and schools, like kids death rates nothing. Yeah. Kids are so why aren't kids back in school? Test the teachers. Why aren't they back in school?
Denmark is opening up their schools again after Easter.
Yeah.
To start kind of rolling out like a herd immunity type thing. But what I think is crazy is Hong Kong is right next to one of the epicenters of China that had the worst. I don't remember the city, but Hong Kong is very close to parts of mainland China that had really bad cases. Yeah. And Hong Kong has been through many, not pandemics, but big, crises like this. And the second that it started, everyone put on gloves. Everyone put on masks. Yeah. There were temperatures being taken when you go into any building. Yeah. They have the resources because it's happened before that they only got a couple hundred cases. My numbers could be wrong, but they barely had any cases compared to mainland China. And if we are able to adapt the way that Hong Kong did and get the masks on, get the hygiene going, then we wouldn't have gotten to this place. But now it's kind of grown out of control. Yeah, yeah. And now it's a little bit more of a, what can we do for our economy so the world doesn't stop turning? Yeah. Because right now the world is not turning. Yeah, there's so many people out of work. It's insane. And I mean, I know we don't live in America, but I mean, like 17 million people are filed for unemployment. That's and also, insane. Well, I mean, the stats as well. The Great Depression was something like 25% of people didn't have a job, and it's projected to be 20% of people. Yeah, but something to consider is that I read an article that a woman went to go get a coronavirus test, and she ended up having some complications, and she had to stay in the hospital. And her hospital bill ended up being like somewhere around $30,000. Fuck your healthcare system, man. And it's just like this gets into a way larger argument that we have all the time. Yeah. It's not an argument, it's more of a discussion about how American health system is so fucking awful. Yeah. And say my whole family, which is only 4 people, my mom, my dad, my brother, actually I don't even want to say that. Say a family gets sick and 2 people have to go to the hospital because of it. Yeah. How is a small family going to be able to pay off $60,000 plus of bills? I know, it's dumb. While the world is shut down. How do you pay that back? You have so many fucking problems in your country. It's mad. So mad. People end their lives because of medical bills. Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. And I'm not taking this situation lightly at all, but I'm just saying, if no one's making money and all we're doing is spending money, yeah, it's just gonna go downhill so quickly. Yeah, I know. And there's no plan. I know. It's just crazy. And there's an orange running America. Yeah, I know. A blonde orange. And we have a pretty much orange here too. Yeah. Who's hopefully survived coronavirus. He's out of the hospital. Oh, good. I'm hungry. Do you want to wrap this shit up? Yeah. Alright, cool. Love you. Fuckers. That's it. So you want to do a little sign out? Because I was going to say, fuck everyone, I'm hungry, let's go and get drunk, and I want to get some food. I mean, I hope people like enjoyed this little chat of ours.
Yeah, man, give me some fucking feedback, boys and girls, and I'll get a more interesting guest on next time. Yeah, fuck you. All right, love you all. Bye.